Hello, everybody.
Miss Gurut. How do you say your last name? Say it again.
Gurut.
Gurut.
Yeah.
This charge is from yesterday, drug paraphernalia possession of a pipe. That fine range is $1 to $500. Court costs are $81. Do you want to plead not guilty because you want to hire an attorney, have a trial, or remember, you're there on some higher charges too that happened yesterday as well? Another reason to plead not guilty is if you plead guilty or no contest to possession of drug paraphernalia, it could be used against you if you have a trial on those higher charges.
So not guilty because I got those pants from a Goodwill, a red box.
Oh, gracious.
And
Okay. So you're gonna see a different judge if you haven't already regarding those higher charges. As you're leaving the jail, though, you'll bond out on my charge. Don't forget, when you sign that personal bond, it gives you a date and time to come to my courthouse. I'm on the 4th Street side of the Amarillo Police Department. Do you know where that is?
it's downtown. I don't know how would I get there. I'm homeless.
Where do you usually stay?
I don't have a place to stay. I was staying at that residence because my friend was in the hospital. He said I could stay there. He told me to call 911 while I was living there. He went to the hospital and then he passed away. I didn't have a phone, so they couldn't contact me. If his brother-in-law told the office that I was there, if he would have just came and asked me to leave, I would have left. And
Well,
then
because the address you gave my clerk, is that address that you were criminally trespassed from?
that's what they said, but I had permission to be
So
there.
do you want us to change your address to 200 South Tyler, which is the Tyler Resource Center?
Um, that would be, that wasn't the address of residence though. I was
What?
living, that was not where I was staying at. I was staying,
Oh, okay.
I was
Well,
staying,
I'm downtown on the 4th Street side of the Amarillo Police Department. The bus route takes you right here. It's not too far generally to walk from many places in town. Tomorrow's supposed to be pretty. Okay, if you get out today, just realize when you get out, you're gonna sign a bond that gives you a date and time to appear.
well, is it tomorrow? I mean,
Well, you see a different judge on those higher charges, so you'll have some bonds on those too. I can't say when you're gonna get out because of that. Okay, so you'll see a different judge, you'll have bonds on those. But just remember, you've got different levels of charges, and when you leave, you're signing a document that tells you when to come to my courthouse.
yeah, I wasn't resisting. I was trying to, I asked the
Oh, yeah,
officer.
but that's not about my charge.
Okay.
Okay, so you can return to your pod and you'll see a different judge on those other charges. Mr. Hall?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, gosh, Mr. Hall, you have 5 Acapias that are old from August 22nd, 2022, no insurance second, no driver's license. We saw you on April 17th of 2023. Also on April 17th of 2023, we saw you on a no driver's license from July 13th of 2022. You pled guilty to those. We also saw you on April 17th of 2023, on August 23rd of 2022, no seatbelt driver. And lastly, a no driver's license from April 17th. Capias total is $1,987, less $150 jail credit. Today you owe $1,837. Why didn't you either, because I gave you community service. Why didn't you do the community service?
I thought I had come up there and talked to you and to make out payment arrangements.
Well, I think you sent a few emails, but you never did follow through on setting up a payment plan.
Yes, yeah, I probably did that, man.
And then on August the 21st, 2023, it went to Capias warrant. So it's been at Capias for a year plus 3 months. And we sent you those warrant letters. Why didn't you come in on your very own 2 feet?
Did you send them to,
Oh, let me see where I sent them. I sent them to whatever address you gave me when I saw you.
because they didn't go to, I didn't get them.
Well, I'm gonna look at the history of where we sent them. I don't see that mail came back. Let's look. I sent those notices to appear. First we send, oh, my computer's being very slow. We sent pending warrant letters out on June 12th of 2023 to which is your address. And that's where we sent your notice for a hearing. And the mail never came back. And then whenever I issued these warrants, also issued a little letter that says you've got capious warrants.
Yeah, I never received those.
Well, who else is getting your mail?
I don't know. I don't get a lot of my mail, ma'am, that goes over there.
Okay, so are you gonna be able to pay $1,837 today?
Not today, ma'am.
What do you do for a living, Mr. Hall?
I clean cars and mechanic work.
Do you get food stamps?
Yes, ma'am.
How many children do you support?
None.
No children?
No children.
So are you just supporting yourself?
Yes, ma'am.
No wife, girlfriend, anybody like that in the household?
Yeah, my wife's there, but
What does she do?
she's a CNA.
So you have both your income and her income?
Mhm.
But y'all are such that you do get food stamps. Do you know how much you get in food stamps?
My wife,
Do you know how much it's worth?
I don't know how much she get.
Okay, so Mr. Hall, do you pay rent for a house or do you own a house?
I'll pay rent, ma'am.
How much is your rent?
It's, I have to pay like 1,400 a month.
So it's pretty high.
Mhm.
And do y'all ever have trouble making that rent?
Sometimes I do, but sometimes I don't. He give me a break because I've been there for so long. So
Okay,
I don't have it all right then and there.
so your landlord likes you.
Yeah.
Okay, well, unfortunately, I'm gonna find you're not indigent. Fortunately, you're not indigent, but even before I allowed you to do community service, because at the time I saw you, you asked for community service and I gave it to you. But
Yeah.
not 1 hour did you turn in. That's not making a good faith effort. Therefore, you're remanded on what is now 1837. Just to give you perspective, that is another 12 plus days starting tomorrow, because I've already given you today. So tomorrow, so 14 days from today is 11/19. It's gonna be 11/17 or 11/18 before your time served. Unless somebody comes and pays at least all or part of that. They can
I
pay
might
part
get
of it.
Mhm.
Do you have any questions?
No, ma'am, but I might get somebody to come up here and pay like the remainder of it out.
Yeah, sit some and then pay the rest. Okay, or pay 1837 today and then you would get out today.
Okay.
Okay, any questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. You can return to your pod.
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Jones, your tickets are from 2019, February 14th of 2019. We saw you at April 28th of 2021. You pled guilty to unrestrained child safety seat and another unrestrained child safety seat. Those were old tickets at that time. And then also from April 28th of 2021, we saw you on May 10th of 2021. You pled no contest to no insurance and no driver's license. And really what happened is we ended up setting a $50 every 2-week payment plan. And then there's one more, animal and humane treatment. You pled to that on February 14th of 2019. You set a payment plan and then you let them go to capious, and then we corresponded with you about requesting another. You wanted $120 a month after it went to capious. And then I sent you an email back that said you've got to appear in person and ask for that. And so it's been some time since we've communicated about, since they went to capious, that you wanted to set a payment plan on them, but then you never appeared in person. Why didn't you come in on your own 2 feet?
I don't recall that email for one. For two, after November of 2021, I had two brothers that passed away and I just said, freak it, I gave up and I left town.
Oh, you left town?
That's when,
Where'd you go?
to Maybank, Texas.
And what was there?
I had a best friend there. I have land there. It was just a new start. I didn't want to be here anymore.
See, on 11/21 of 2023, so a year ago, we received a payment plan request. You wanted 120 monthly starting 12/5. And so about a year ago, that's when I got the email. I'm going to read your email quick. Do you not remember sending that email?
I remember sending the email, but I don't remember getting a response back.
So you sent the email asking for that, and then I responded about 10 days later that you needed to appear in person to set up a payment plan. I gave you how to appear. Were you back in Amarillo a year ago?
I came back in October, yes, ma'am. That's why I set up the payment plan. I wanted to set up the payment plan.
So the total on all of those is $15.95 with $150 jail credit. You owe $14.45. Are you gonna be able to pay that so you can be released today?
My school check is sitting at school and I can't pick it up until Thursday.
What kind of school check are you talking?
I'm in school right now and we got our financial aid yesterday, but mine's is in the form of a check.
I don't think you're supposed to spend your school aid on your CAPIAS warrants.
Well, I have my school paid for, so it's my Pell Grant.
Do you pay back Pell Grants?
No, ma'am,
I think they're supposed to pay for your school.
it's paid for. It's my remainder.
Do you own that land down where you went?
It's gone now. I just had a son who we had to give it up for because of his bad
So
choice.
did you sell it?
Yes, ma'am.
What'd you do with the proceeds of the sale?
Buried my brother.
So you had to sell it in order to take care of him?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you rent now in town?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you have anybody else that lives with you in your household?
I have 5 children.
Who has them right now?
They're at school right now.
How'd they get to school?
They catch the bus.
How old are they?
I have an 11, a 8, a 5, and a 13, and a 6-year-old.
So when you got arrested at 3:56 this morning, how'd those kids get ready to go to school without you being there?
I have a 13-year-old that wakes up on his own and he wakes the other children up.
So the person in charge of the children in your house is a 13-year-old?
Well, he's not in charge, but we have a routine.
Do you work? Why were you out like that last night?
Giving my little sister a ride so she could go get.
Be safe, be well, sleep sweet, and much love.